What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is hopefully the day I can get this bumper fixed up and painted back on the car and good to go. So I kind of went overboard. I got a ton of stuff here, as you can see, but let me go over some of it with you. So I got all the sanding blocks, sandpaper, sanding discs that I'm gonna need. I bought this bumper repair kit thinking that, this might work out for me, but it appears that it's made for like little small holes or like scuffs, so I don't think it's going to work for a crack. So I moved on from that, and I got a body repair kit as well as a fiberglass repair kit. And so now we have some fiberglass resin, we have some of the liquid hardener, the mixing bowl, all that kind of stuff. The cream hardener is for the body filler. And yeah, we essentially have plenty of stuff to fix the small little crack in the bumper right here. So I think we'll be good. And then I have color matched. I got primer, paint, and a clear coat. This is color matched G1U Ice Silver Metallic. So hopefully we can blend that nicely. You never know. I'm not a big painter. I'm not a big body guy. So. And then we have some paint brushes for the fiberglass resin stuff. So yeah, I'm going to get the bumper in the garage, and we're just going to start sanding. Just want to sand it all up, rough it up, whatever, and then we can start laying fiberglass on the back side of it. So yeah, it's going to be a long day, a lot of trying to figure stuff out, but we'll get there. So I'll take you guys with me. Let's get this done. Alrighty, so the crack is all sanded down. It's clean, about 3 inches past the crack as well. That way we can lay the fiberglass and it'll be nice and strong. I applied some masking tape on this side to hold the crack together while we apply the fiberglass on the back side. This is like fiberglass cloth. We're going to cut this to size, approximately leaving like 2 inches on each side of the crack. So we're just going to cut quite a few of these because I'll probably apply, 3 layers or so of this fiberglass to that crack just to hold it really tight. So yeah, I'm just gonna get this cut to size and we can start mixing the fiberglass. So for mixing this fiberglass resin, it's 1 ounce to 10 drops of hardener. So I don't have a measuring cup. I'm just going to kind of estimate. Kind of mix this up a little bit. I'm just going to take a little paintbrush and just start to dap it on the damaged area. Alright, so now that that's laid, you take a sheet of fiberglass and place it over that resin. Take some of your resin, just dap it on there, try to fill up all the air pockets on that sheet. Take another sheet and lay it right over that one. So they say this takes around 2 hours to dry at 75 degrees. It's a little bit colder in my garage, so we're gonna let it sit a little bit longer, but we'll return, check out the progress when it's done drying. So I just came outside to throw some trash in the garbage can, and that thing's gone. Literally gone. It was here this morning. I went to the store, came back, that thing's gone. So if you're out here stealing garbage cans, come tell me what your purpose in life is, please. So I just want to figure that out. Anyways, I got a new garbage can coming, so shout out to Waste Management. But Yeah, cool. Alrighty, so it's been about 3.5 hours. It's pretty dry to the touch. So I'm just gonna go ahead, cut off this excess, and then we can begin the front. So we're just gonna sand this crack down, right down to, you know, bare plastic, smooth it all out, and then we can apply some body filler, smooth that all out, and then we should be good. So move on to body filler. Just gonna crack this can open real quick. Stuff you wanna be pretty easy with. You don't wanna go crazy with body filler. Oh, that stuff smells terrible. We're just gonna dump a little bit of this out. God, that stuff is awful. Alright, take some of our hardener. Try not to dump it in the body filler like I just did. Just put a nice line right across. Now I'm just gonna take a mixer, our little, you know, thingamabobber. We're just gonna mix this up. So once you get it kind of just, you know, one color, kind of like close to what I have here, just gonna keep mixing it a little bit more. So now we can start applying the body filler. And we're just gonna be really, really light, just a little bit. A little bit's all you want. Less is more, or else you're gonna be sanding for frickin' ever. I know no one wants to do that. Kind of smurf it on there nicely. Try to get it as level as you possibly can. This is sat for about 15-20 minutes. So we're just gonna take some 80 grit, start sanding it down, and then we'll work our way down to a smaller sandpaper. But let's start this off. Just what we want to do is just really smoothing it out, because this is our last step essentially before paint. Smooth out the body lines. As far as I'm concerned, this is as smooth as it's gonna get. It is almost perfect. I mean, it has its imperfections, but you know, just gives it some personality, I guess. But no, I think it actually came out really good. I'm happy with it. I'm gonna clean up the entire bumper, and then we'll get into laying primer on this part here. So essentially, I first started sanding with 80 grit, then moved to 180, and then 320. And then, yeah, I mean, all the body lines feel consistent throughout. And, you know, when I get the front lip, it's going to cover this part probably anyways. So I'm not really too worried. All this is going to get covered, and probably the first little bit of that. So I might do a little bit more fine, really fine sanding. But other than that, it's time to get the primer ready, because we're about to start spraying. We have some wax and grease remover wipes from Touch Up Direct, where I got the paint from. So we're just going to take some of this. I already IPA'd the whole area. We're going to take one of these wipes and just wipe over the area once again. Get any last little bit of residue up. So I kind of taped off this whole area in which I want to try to blend. Kind of fade the paint. Start shaking this up. It's my first time ever doing this, so don't judge. Alright, so we have 2 to 3 layers of primer on here right now. And you can start to see like where I could have sanded a little bit more, but I'm cool with it. It's like, it's so minimal that you can't even see it more than a foot away. So I knew it wasn't going to be perfect, but it's definitely a lot better than what it was. So we got the paint out now. This is Color Match G1U Subaru. So we're going to shake this up, test spray a few sprays, and then we'll get ready to lay it onto the bumper. We'll probably do like 2 coats of this and then 2 coats of clear coat. And hopefully it'll come out, you know, somewhat decent. Alrighty guys, so here's the deal. It's 11:08 at night, and it's hard to say, but I just know that I could have done way better on the bumper. And with that being said, I wasn't happy with how it came out. I like oversprayed quite a bit with the paint. I didn't sand it as much as I should have. So we're back to square one. I completely sanded it all the way down again. So we're down to the body filler again. But as it sits right here, it's literally perfectly smooth. And I'm way happier with it like that than I would have been if I just left it how it was. So I'm going to try to get all this paint that we sprayed kind of off here as much as I can. We're going to reprime it. Just like 1 coat of primer. Then we'll paint. And then we'll do it over again. Also, my masking job was completely half-assed. I'm going to really just focus on masking just the black part off because I'm going to have to fade it into the silver. And before, I cleaned it off already, but it was just leaving like triangles because I freaking didn't even think of it. I just masked it, just half-assed covered it up, and it's not going to work. So I got this to where I want it to be. We're going to mask everything off the right way. We're going to spray 1 light coat of primer, and then probably 2 coats of paint. Make sure there's no runs or anything, nothing crazy, and then we'll lay the clear coat down, and we should be all right. So I'm just going to get this all masked off real quick, and then we can figure out what the hell we're doing. All right, so I have this masked off way better. Same with the light here. And I'm just working on trying to get all the old paint off. Once I have all that paint, like the paint we sprayed, off, I'm going to go with a coat of primer, lay that down, and then we can go on to paint again. But yeah, I'm just trying to get all this sprayed paint back off, scuffed up as much as I can, and then we will spray this side again. It's been a long night. Essentially, I sprayed this bumper. This is my 4th time. I spent all night just removing paint 3 different times. And yeah, I mean, every time the paint went on like decent, and then like I'd let it dry, and all of a sudden there'd be like freaking dark spots and runs, and it just looked like a mess. So I was getting angry, and I just kept sanding it down, cleaning off the paint, going through rubbing alcohol like freaking crazy, 7 rolls of paper towels. But this was the 4th and final time I was going to spray it because I am now out of paint. And I just applied the 2nd coat of clear coat, and I'll show you guys what we got. So, it's not perfect by any means. The color match is almost there. I think this is a little bit too metallic-y, but that could have just been me spraying it different. But, you know, I knew it wasn't going to be perfect because I've never done this kind of stuff before. But as far as the repair goes, the repair looks really, really good. It's structurally sound. It is very close to the right color. I learned a lot of valuable lessons, including one you can kind of see right there. I shook the can of paint too close to the bumper and screwed up the paint, but I don't have enough paint to frickin' take it all off again. So I'm going to leave it like this. It's pretty good. I'll have to wait for it all to dry and check it out in the daylight, but I'm happy with it. The plan with this bumper and the whole car is to wrap it anyways. So I'll give you guys a little hint on the wrap color. It has some transparency effects. So the color underneath the wrap can influence the color of the wrap, if that makes sense. So if there was dark spots in the bumper or, weird areas on it, there's a good chance you could probably see it through the wrap. And that's why I really wanted it to be as close to the right color as possible. And when I was spraying it like last night and like weird things were happening where there's big dark spots and runs and uneven areas, I was not happy with it. Yeah, I was I was getting pretty angry, but where it sits right now, yeah, it's not perfect, but it's all generally the same color. So when I wrap over it, yeah, it's all gonna look the same. There's gonna be no noticeable differences, and it's very smooth, structurally sound. And I'm new to this whole bodywork kind of thing. I am not a good painter, that's for sure. You know, I was kind of grown up. My dad has no patience. I kind of have no patience. So having to spray this and then when it's not looking good and you try to freaking fix it with like, you know, either wet sanding or like a paper towel or something, I just screwed it up every single time. So it just takes practice. I know if I kept doing it and I actually, you know, got an air compressor I could spray paint on with an actual paint gun, I'd be much better off, but I don't have a big enough air compressor. I don't have a big enough garage. So this is what we're stuck with. Well, there she is, folks. Nowhere near perfect, but it's probably as best as I'm going to get it. I am going to be wrapping it, so I don't really care. As long as the damage is repaired and the color is somewhat similar, I'm cool with it. But as you can see, the color, it's a little bit darker. This piece I didn't paint. This piece I did. I mean, I faded it pretty nicely into the rest of the bumper. And, you know, the crack is repaired. So, definitely not the best body work. I'm not a body guy by any means, but that's what we got. So yeah, the body work could have been a lot better. As far as like the fiberglass and stuff goes, that the crack itself is completely gone. I could have done better with the body filler, and I obviously could have done a lot better with paint, but because it was my first time, you know, you live and you learn. I learned so much doing this, so next time I have to do some sort of body work, which will probably be the hood. I'm going to fix that dent there and that dent up there. And then all the rest of the rock chips I'll just fill in with some paint. But yeah, it definitely a lot of stress because with paint you have to have a lot of patience. And it's something that I don't have much of. But, you know, we stuck it out. This is 3 days after we started. And, you know, it's not bad. I'm happy enough with it. I wouldn't say I'm happy with it, but it's good enough. Close enough for me. So, but anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace out.